Hi guys, it's Andy from mcfcfantv. This video is about Brahim Diaz. Now, over the last few days, since earlier in the week, there's been some rumours that there's some contract dispute with regards to Brahim and Manchester City. I think earlier in the week, Stu Brennan in the Manchester Evening News actually published an article which stated that Brahim had said that he wanted to stay at Man City, he wanted to fight for his place. He made comments along the lines of he was really excited to be working for Pep Guardiola, the fact that he really enjoyed learning from the experienced players in the squad, and the fact that even though Riyad Mahrez has signed for Man City, he's another player that he can learn from in his development. So he seems really excited about the coming season. However, it does seem that Man City are actually thinking about sending him on loan. Now, he's got 1 year left on his contract. I think it runs until the summer of 2019. So he's not signed currently an extended contract. Now, whether there is actually a contract on the table, we don't know for certain. However, it seems City do want to send him to Girona, which would be fantastic for his development. But Sam Lee in goal.com this morning has said that his advisors are really not keen on Brahim Diaz going on loan to Girona. They want him to stay at Manchester City. So we're in a situation whereby we've got a fantastic talent. City currently haven't offered him a new extended contract, and he hasn't signed one, and 1 year left on his contract. City seem to want to send him to Girona. He really wants to stay. The player wants to stay at Man City and learn and win trophies there, he said in the article, under Pep Guardiola. But it seems that Man City are thinking about his development and his actual game time, because it's going to be, let's face it, it's going to be very difficult for him to get more game time in that midfield, that attacking midfield, that number 10 on the left or the right, wherever he's played, because, you know, we're overloaded with world-class players. And it just goes back to the whole debate again about our academy players and how much game time they're gonna get at Man City, and if they're good enough, then they'll get the game time. Well, I think Brahim is good enough. I think he's got some fantastic qualities, very exciting. We've all seen and we all want him to play. We want to see him in the team. But we have to be realistic in respect of who is he going to replace? Is he going to come into the team and replace Leroy Sané? No. Is he going to replace Raheem Sterling? No. Is he going to replace De Bruyne or Silva or Bernardo Silva or now Riyad Mahrez? No, he's not. But he'll probably get some sub-appearances, and he will have a fantastic learning environment for his career at Man City if he stays, which he does want to. However, I can see it from the point of view of his advisors, and they're saying, look, basically you're going to be 19 next month. At 19, we had the likes of Rashford playing for United. We believe you've got that type of talent, and if Man City are adamant that you go on loan, then we think it should be a permanent deal and not a loan deal. And that's what basically it seems that Brahim Diaz's agent and advisors are saying. He doesn't want to go on loan. We don't want him to go on loan. If he's going to leave City, it must be in a permanent deal, which would be a real shame, because we'll be losing a massive talent there. And we'll get to see him tomorrow in the States on the tour, and we'll see the other games, because no doubt with such a skeleton squad that we've sent of youngsters, then he will have game time. There's no doubt about it. So what do you think, Blues? I don't know. I mean, I'm torn, because yes, I would love nothing more than for us to have a young academy kid in our first 11. But realistically, who is he going to replace? He's not going to replace those players that I mentioned before. He just simply isn't. So the next thing is what's best for him. If he wants to stay, fantastic. Should Man City say, okay, here's another 3-year deal, sign, you need to know that you won't be starting many games in the Premier League. You may get some sub-appearances, and we will integrate you into the cup competitions, the League and the FA Cup. And you can continue your development. But would that be neglect on the part of Pep Guardiola and the Manchester City coaching staff to suppress the development of Brahim Diaz? I'm sure City are looking out for his best interests, and that's the reason why they're trying to send him on loan to Girona. But even if he does do that, has he signed another contract before he goes on loan to Girona? Because he's only got 1 year left. He could go out there, he could get an injury, he could be fed up with it, it might not suit him, and he may just end up next season leaving for nothing, which would be a massive shame. Or should City come to a compromise and say, look, this is where we stand. We'll give you another 3-year contract. You can stay for this season, but you need to realise that you're not going to get 25, 30 games next season. You might get 10, 15 in cup competitions, and you can continue the development with us, and we'll reassess it next summer. I don't know, Blues. It's hard because we as fans desperately want to see these kids. We've also got Phil Foden, who we have to worry about, who is definitely going to be at Man City in this season coming. And how much game time is he going to get? Probably sub-appearances again and cup competitions. But he is a year younger than Brahim Diaz, so he does have that on his side. He's still learning the game, the men's game. So guys, what's your thoughts? Comment below the video. Please, also, don't forget, if you are watching this from abroad and you're not, English isn't your first language, you do have the option to click subtitles and change the language. So whether that be into French or Arabic or German or other options, please don't forget to do that. And I think as I'm making this video, we're 1 or maybe 2 subscribers away from the 1,000, which we desperately wanted before the season starts. Well, it's come early, and yeah, we're really pleased about it. And let's hope that people do subscribe to the channel and get notifications of upcoming videos, because the season's upon us. We're going to be at the Chelsea Community Shield final, interviewing fans, try and do some collaborative work with Chelsea Fan TV channels as well. And then we've got the season starts, and we're going to be at the games, reporting, interviewing fans before and after, and updates at half time, etc. So please continue subscribing. We really appreciate your support for the channel. If you've got any suggestions, if there's anything in particular you want us to talk about or think we should cover before the season starts, comment below the video or follow us on our social media sites, and you'll find that in the box below. But you can follow me on Twitter, it's at AviationBlue. You can follow Ray, it's at mancity_Ray. And our official Twitter account is, all in capitals, mcfcfantv1. Please subscribe to the channel. You can contact us via email if you've got any suggestions, and that is mcfcfantv@gmail.com. So guys, comment below, what are your thoughts on Brahim Diaz? This is Andy from Man City Fan TV, and we'll see you soon.